Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense will start this game off with the football. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Back to pass, it's Underwood. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Well, look at this. Instead of trying to pen their opponent deep in their own territory, the offense stays on the field to go for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it to the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Grab behind the line. It's sacked. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Makes the grab. It's sacked. At the 35, he's open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
To the air. It's O'Neal. Flips it out in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
He'll pull it down. Crosses the 45. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Badgers are on the move. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's sacked. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Finds his tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. It'll be third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Pulls it in, it's Jones. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He leaves it with the back. He's in open space downfield. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Handoff to Jones. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Gonna let it fly.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Wants to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
Leaves it with the running back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Norton. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To throw, it's O'Neal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Wants to keep it in the air. Makes the catch. And the runner is down, and so is the flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Corrals it at the 45. And the returner will be knocked down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's Harding. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Cleescorn. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll run play action. Buys a little extra time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Shakes off the defender. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. To the air, it's O'Neal. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a 1st down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Setting up the screen. Makes a man miss. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there and try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash, a 59-yard try coming. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash, a 59-yard try coming. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back.
And I love that the field goal block unit was prepared. They had a guy back deep. They understood it was a long field goal. And, Jesse, how about making a play as a field goal kick team, basically a kickoff team going and making a tackle?
Yeah, they were saying, we're not doing kick six. This isn't Auburn, Alabama back in the day. And the big fellas up front, it's the offensive linemen that have to get out there and make a tackle. You're right, that was impressive. Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On the run, it's Haynes. Passes takes him still on his feet. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Catch in the middle, it's Sapp. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle, it's Jones. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Bringing the heat. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. Wants to bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. They think there's room to run to the right here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the ground, it's Marshall. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Wolverines come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Pulls it and fires to the left. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking,
it's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Makes the catch, it's sacked. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Snagged out of the air. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Badgers are marching down the field. And off to Jones. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
A shot for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play.
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Going for the big play. Makes the grab down the left side. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Tried to get there by himself, and he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. The Badgers decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Got the quick completion. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the run, it's Marshall. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Finds a little space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. The give to the back. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on third down. Go straight ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on down. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1 and hoping to avoid a disaster. From his end zone, he'll go up top. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
Yeah, and I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Wolverines will punt this one away. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something.
Turning it on! Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Touch pass on the run. Running to Green. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. And the Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. To the ground with the back. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
And man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, guys. 9 points. He's cost his own team. You got to wonder what his confidence is like right now.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Running back searching for a hole. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's got it again. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on